Hi everybody, it's Margaret. I just realized I forgot to pop my chat out. How are you doing today? I am doing okay. I'm waiting to see if some of y'all jump in the chat. Let me know how the stream is. My internet's being kind of weird, so I'm going off my hotspot. So hopefully it's coming through okay. And if you're new here, welcome. This may not be the best first video because you may not get to see the side of me that you want to see. Or maybe you do. So yeah, let me know in the chat how the stream looks. And in this video, I'm going to be addressing some comments that I've been getting, both positive and negative, and talk about the sales for the last week. And normally what I do is I'll take the sales and I will share those up front, and then I will jump into the chat because I am live, and I'll jump into the chat and talk to everybody, answer questions and stuff like that. But I thought I would address some stuff straight off the bat because I can. And I wanted to just get it out there and move forward. Yeah. So, as you may or may not know, we've been going through this coronavirus. If you didn't, welcome. You were just defrosted from the ice age or something. But I think it's starting to affect people, and I think it's starting to affect people's manners and mouths and fingers. So, hi everybody, thanks. Let me know how the chat looks. How the stream looks. So, and first of all, I have to say, when I started YouTube, I had a much thinner skin and things would upset me. And generally, most of the time, things don't really bug me. People leave ugly comments. I won't say all the time, but I get it. And you guys see, sometimes trolls jump in the chat and then they're just goofy and I just, whatever, it's not a big deal. But lately, some of the comments have been really more pointed and ugly and more frequent. And so I thought I would just talk about it because I'm a person too. And just because I'm here doesn't mean that it's, I don't know, like some people think that there's a filter in the like, I'm not allowed to say, well, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it's out of control. That's all I'm gonna say. And I know that probably me saying this is just gonna explode it even more, but I don't care. I'm human too, and I want to be able to vent. And I know I shared a little bit on Instagram and Facebook about one of the comments that I got. And truly, the reason I wanted to share is I've been feeling really low lately, just with the whole situation in the world and the, everything. And I have emotions too, and up and down, and it was just like little, I don't know, annoying birds that were like pecking at me, and I was like, you know what? I really want I wanted to gather the troops. I needed to hear from my peeps that, and maybe that's selfish of me to feel like, but I think it's human nature, any one of us that would have somebody being ugly to them would want to go and sit with their friends and say, can you believe this is happening? And just have your friends like rally around you and say, no girl, don't listen to that, and kind of boost you up. Everybody needs that, right? So I needed it too. So that's why I shared yesterday. So if you saw that on my Facebook, then that's what that is. And then I just also want to say, when I do share things that people say to me or write to me, I never share their name. I don't. But I mean, sometimes I'll delete the comments if it's just out of control. But I'm like, you know what? You put it out there. Don't be surprised if people that care about me come and comment back and say, well, who do you think you are? Don't be surprised. And it's not my fault. You wrote it. You said it. So, and if you put it out there, don't be surprised if a YouTuber comments on it. Like if you think that you can comment on a YouTuber's channel and they're not going to say anything about it, you're watching YouTube. Yes, they're gonna, if you say something critical or ugly or hateful, there's a chance that people that care about them are going to see that message and your name, and there's a chance that the person that sees the message, that's the YouTuber, is going to address it. So don't be surprised. So yeah, in the video I did yesterday or the day before, I said something, oh, it was yesterday's, because I was kind of subdued, because I was kind of down, and I was like, oh, these hater comments were getting to me, and I was already down because of other stuff. And so I just made a comment like, oh, I had somebody say that they thought my songs were annoying, and they thought my acting goofy and silly voices were annoying, and I'm not even going to read it back. It's still up there. Whatever. They put it out there. Yeah, and so they were surprised or upset that I said something about it in the video yesterday. That was just one of them. And so that person wrote me a nasty email calling me the B word and who did I think I was. And I just, because what do they say? I will read it to you. I will read it. I was watching your latest video. I don't appreciate being singled out like that about my comment. First of all, I didn't name your name. I could have, but I didn't. So because of that, you lost a subscriber to your channel. I will not be recommending your channel to anyone. That really wasn't cool at all. And at first I didn't realize who it was because I was like, I don't remember like outing anybody or what happened. And then I went back and looked and was like, oh, you're the person who said I was annoying. And I said, yeah, you can't imagine, I can't imagine you not liking being called out. Like, why do you think your feelings are so much more important than mine? Like, you can call me annoying, but then if I say something about someone calling me annoying and that my stories are stupid, how dare I? Right? I'm just like, really? So I was just like, okay, I know who you are now. Yeah, okay, bye. I'm not sorry that you left. And then she emailed back again. Hopefully this is the last of it. I won't be watching your videos. I will not be recommending your channel. You're annoying when you tell those stupid stories or try to sing. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who left you a comment that you didn't like, but instead you called out mine. I never said the person's name. You think that you're all that because of YouTube. Newsflash, you're just an annoying bee, but she said the B word, who can't take criticism. So a couple things there. And I know y'all are going to say, oh, just ignore the trolls. I do, generally, but it's building up. And I need to like, one, I love my stupid stories. And from now on, I'm going to call them stupid stories, just for you. Thank you for that. Two, try to sing. It's singing whether you like it or not. If you are singing, can be good singing or bad singing, it's still singing. Thirdly, you're not the only one who's left me annoying comments. No, you're not. It's true. And I don't usually have a problem taking criticism, but there's a difference between criticism and being a corona crab or being a other C words that could fill in the blanks there, and just being hateful. Like criticism is like, hey, here's a comment, perhaps, and this was a criticism that I was happy to hear. Someone, again, I don't like calling out people's names, someone suggested, hey, Margaret, things are kind of stressful right now. Maybe have your sister or somebody, a friend, like screen your comments so you don't get upset because things are kind of upsetting. That's a criticism, not even a criticism, but that's a comment. That's a, what do you call it? A suggestion, right? That's a suggestion. There's a difference between criticism and insult, okay? A criticism would be, I'm not even gonna, I should have prepared because I will just get ugly. Anyway, there's a difference. So that was one of the ones I got lately. And I was talking to my friend, again, I don't even want to say my friend's name. I'm afraid to say anybody's name. And I was just saying, it's really usually I get one every other week, maybe a couple a month of nasty messages or comments, but it's multiple a day lately. So anyway, I was just like, I'm going to share them. I'm going to get it out there. I see y'all in the chat. I'm going to come say hi in a minute. But I can take criticism, truly. Okay, so here's one that I got. And again, I won't name names, but this one says, well, that's 10 minutes of my life I can't refund, LOL. First of all, you didn't pay me. Second of all, that's 10 minutes of your life that I get to add on to the end of mine, therefore prolonging my life into infinity. So I'll take it. But if you want that 10 minutes back, no refunds, sorry. So there's that. What was the other one? Okay, this is a criticism that was a little bit of a jab, but I'm like, okay, I see where she's coming from. So this person wrote, I would have subscribed, but you're too sporadic with your presenting. So yeah, there was a little barb in there, but I know that in my older videos, one, my camera work is horrible, and yeah, sometimes I'm a little all over the place when I'm presenting. So yeah, it was kind of an ouch, but like, okay, I get it. I know that I've come a long way and can probably do better. And then the one I shared yesterday was about these ones, because apparently I say these ones. Look at these ones here. No, you know what? Look at these ones here. Or better yet, look at these ones here. So it's just the way I talk. And the person who wrote it, I didn't share their name again, but they're out there if you want to go find them on my video. Anyway, oh, there was another one. Oh, I've had this one up. This is from all different people too. This is the most boring video I've ever watched. Wasted 2 minutes of my life. I'll tack that onto the end of mine. Thanks. Who the H has time to sit and watch a stranger talk about being a single mom? 80% of the mothers out there are single? ? And this is from the video from last week. This looks like a garage sale junk that my daughter drags home and gives away at her school, boutique, or parking lot's garage sale at school. It's boring. Think about who's watching this crap for 30 minutes. Get a life. And this person who apparently can't stand it went and commented on multiple people's comments on that video. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. And again, I know there's a lot of, I don't like to use the word, well, I'm not going to use the word, the cray word, but there's a lot of unstable people out there. And I get that. So, and if, I don't know. I'm on the fence about sharing something. Maybe I should share. Maybe I shouldn't share. I'll share a tidbit. It's going to just, whatever. So, and this is for the unstables that might be like, I'm coming after you now. Okay, I'm going to share a photo. Just as, I have much more documentation, but I wanted to share this with you. Hang on. Only because, yeah, okay. This is something we haven't shared before. I'm still on the fence as I'm pulling up the picture. Where is it? I'm looking at where's preview? Here we go. Okay. So here's a picture of a sheriff's officer with a big giant fancy scary gun. What that is a picture of is last year. I'm going to go ahead and hide it now because this is very upsetting. Anyway. Last year, right around this time, my family and we got swatted. And if you don't know what that means, it means like somebody called in a fake call and a SWAT team shows up at your house and like wants to bust down the door because there's been a fake threat. And so that happened about a year ago. And the reason I bring it up now is because I know that probably some of the like hateful people are watching this. So I just want to caution you from sending me any like threatening messages or emails because the sheriff's department has asked that anytime I get any strange, threatening, weird messages that I pass them over to the sheriff's department. So if you're like, you outed me again, I'm going to send you a really nasty email. Go for it. I will just share, I will just forward it straight to the sheriff's department. So anyway, I didn't share that happened last year. I know sometimes when that happens, people will make a big, because we're YouTubers, whatever. That's what they do. And I didn't share it because I didn't want the person whoever did it, they never, they haven't found them yet, to get the satisfaction, basically. So it's been almost a year now since that happened. But my point in sharing it is that if someone were deciding like right now that they wanted to come and say some more ugly stuff to me, it's fine. Yeah, Jennifer, it was right at the same time. It was like a week. Jennifer says that happened to Flip and Hustler too. Yeah, it was like within a week of that happening to him. So it was right in that same time. So it probably was somebody that watched our, YouTube channels and decided that's what they wanted to do. So anyway, I put that out there just for that reason. And yeah, I'm not going to play around with that kind of behavior. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get to my sales. I feel like I said all of the things I wanted to say. Hopefully the negatives will slow. They probably won't. They probably won't slow down. But I just wanted to say, like, I may make mention of it, but truly, if you're going to comment on a YouTuber's channel, one, they're going to, if they choose to, they might say something about it. And if you're commenting, don't be surprised if people that care about that YouTuber or that person say something. And I don't think, here's the thing. It's not that, what was the phrase? It's not that you think that because you're on YouTube, you're all that. It's not that. It's that I'm human and I'm a person. And I don't think anybody deserves to be treated like that or spoken to that way. So, like anybody watching right now, you don't deserve to be treated like that or spoken to that way. So, yeah, there's that. So it's not that I'm a YouTuber, it's that I'm human. And there's plenty of bad words that I say in private that I don't say on the channel. So, go and have fun with yourself. So there's that. Okay. All right. So I'm sure there's probably people who are like, I'm not here for this. Come on, man. That's part of my channel, I guess, is that I don't always it's not just the facts here. That's just the way it is too. Hopefully I'm not zoning out too much with the internet. Anyway, but another thought, because I have many, is that I think it's almost like a cleansing to do this, because I was getting down on myself and being like, oh, maybe it is like, maybe it is. But I think sharing it and being like, no, man, it's empowering to have friends that say, no, that's not right. We enjoy it. If they don't like it, they can go. And then just breathes new life into the videos and the fun. Just to be able to tell the meanies, like, you're being meanies. Bye. Okay. I think that part's done now. And I got a super chat. Thank God it came through right. Now where did it go? Hi, Annika. Thank you so much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I missed a lot of comments. I may have to come back and read them later. But I do have sales. So if you're watching later, I'll try to tag it in the bottom. Pardon me. Yeah. Mary says, I like how they start their insult off by saying, I don't mean to be rude, but yeah. Debbie says, I've seen a lot of narcissistic people striking out lately. Yeah, it's true. Sassy, sassy tassel. Dizzy Angie says, sassy tassel. And then for a while I was like, maybe I need a new sassy tassel song, but I think maybe it's a good one. Yeah. So, okay. Hi. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to have to come back and read through the comments, because I normally I'll come through and read and comment on them. Yeah, Heather, somebody killed someone that they went to the wrong. Yeah, I mean, getting swatted, it was pretty, it made me angry. And yeah, anyway, I don't really talk about it a lot. I never have shared, and I won't make a whole video, because I have footage and everything, because I have cameras inside and out of my house. So I have footage in my house, I have footage outside my house, which I will not share. I thought I would just share that one. That one picture I shared was one that, because in my neighborhood, they were like, what's happening? And of course, all the neighbors want to come take pictures of it. So that was like on my neighborhood site that somebody shared. Yeah. Yeah, more for the kids, right? Like who? Anyway, so the only reason I share that now is not for attention, but just to say, look, if you're considering sending me threatening emails or hateful, go for it. But just know I'll be passing your name along to the sheriff's department. So anyway, let's see. Oh, you watched another channel, Jean says, that haters are reporting his listings and trying to get his account taken down, reporting him to eBay. Yeah. Alicia says, you do not need a new Sassy Tassel song. It's the best. Oh, good. Okay. Cool. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So, I'm not even sure where to go with that one. Some of the comments. Okay, so, all right, I will share my sales now. So I had sales on all the 4 platforms that I sold on this week, which is good. And yeah, La Maison du Chat says people go to jail for doing the swatting. Yeah, totally. And I think right around that time, I'll just make this comment. Right around that time, I stopped doing live videos quite as much. I still don't do them quite as much. And it's not quite because of that, but I think the person that called the SWAT on me did it while I was live, and it just took time, and I got off more abruptly that day. So I think they were trying to get the SWAT team to the house while I was live. My brother was saying that that's something else that people that do these calls do, try to like catch people while they're live so that it happens on live YouTube. But I had gotten off really abruptly that day for some reason, and then like 10 minutes later, the SWAT team shows up at my house. So anyway, that was that. Okay, so this week, and again, yeah, I had not ever really intended on sharing that happened, but I thought, you know what, now's as good a time as any. So I sold, like I said, something on all the platforms that I sell on: eBay, Etsy, Mercari, and Poshmark, which is good. My gross sales was $309, and I spent about $15 to buy all of that stuff. So, I know today's sales is going to be back and forth a little bit. I can feel it already because I'm like getting pulled into the chat. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Thelma. Yeah, it was. I mean, I know a few of you guys know. Some other people, a few other YouTubers that I talk to frequently knew that it happened, but I just said don't say anything. I think Anne knew, and a few other people. So, and Jason. Thank you everybody. And again, sorry that this is going to be a little discombobulated as far as I'm trying to see how many friends we've got watching. I can't find it. I can't find the. Oh, here it is. Hi, everybody. Go over there and hit the thumbs up. Oh, sure there, Lauren. It didn't feel very fancy. Okay, yes, let's move on. All right, so again, gross sales to $309. Spent about $15, so probably after shipping and fees and all the other stuff, it's probably about $225, $250 in that range. So I'm gonna say lucid curious about the gun thing. I'm being pulled back because my kids and I were on our way to the gun range when that happened. So because one of my kids shoots competitively, and so we were on our way. We didn't have any firearms on us at the time, luckily. So that would have been really like we were like getting our shoes on, about to leave to go to where we go shoot, and yeah, I was hearing something, and I went to the door, and I was like, oh my gosh. So luckily, I didn't have any firearms in my hands or my kids. So that was another fortunate piece of thing. But side note, yeah, my kid's a good shot. So anyway, moving on. First sale. This is on Poshmark. I sold this Darth Tater on Poshmark, and it sold for, where'd it go, $15. This is something that I bought a while back. It's been put up in my toy closet. It's because a lot of times when I find toys on sale for a pretty good price, I pick them up. So this is one that I bought for about $3 and sold for $15. Then this is on Mercari. This is the poop juice mug that sold, that I bought at. I wouldn't win. I would not want to do a face off. No. I bought this at Savers for $2, and it sold for $18. And then I think it's just when I talk about I don't talk about my kids' competitive shooting very often because some people get weird about guns. I'm not a big gun lover, but it was something that one of my kids was really passionate about. And so it's like if you've got a kid that's passionate about firearms, you can choose to go a few different ways, like deny them or find a way to make it a positive part of their life. So anyway, that's where I'm with that, deciding, you know what, you're really fascinated by firearms. Let's go find a place where you can have a positive outlet for that. So anyway, and there's a lot of scholarships for colleges for shooting. If you, I don't know if there are in other states as well, but in Texas there are. So shooting sports scholarships. Got my eyes on you. Anyway, moving on. These are Etsy sales. This was, yeah, I did promise that mug would sell, and it did. So this is a Texaco silver stamp etched bracelet that I picked up probably for about $1. It was probably in a jewelry jar, jewelry box, and it sold for $20. Then next, these two went out together. This is like a wooden beaded bracelet, and this one again probably about $1 because it came like in a jewelry jar, jewelry box, and it sold for $17. Yeah, like Collector Grina says, I'm not a gun person either. My son loves them. What you gonna do here in Texas? Yeah, that's part of me. That's why I was like, you know what? This isn't going away. My kid is like really fascinated by firearms, and so they're gonna find a way to get into it one way or the other. And if I can help guide and make sure that it's going in a positive direction, that would be better. So, all right, next up, this is a stained glass frame, picture frame that I got in the bins. And my bins, anything that's glass, sells for 20 items for $1.99, so it was about 10 cents for this. And I get the question, how did it not break? The bins where I go or went, there are a couple bins kind of off to the side where they tend to put the breakable stuff. A lot of times there's still breakable stuff in the regular bins, but I think sometimes people will move stuff over the year if they find it. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's better to have them come across, know how to handle a gun, definitely, yeah. And it was neat because then they, my kids could go to the range. There were, coaches there. There were different kinds of firearms. The kids could try different things. They were, there was a coach for pistols, shotgun, because they were shooting skeet with shotgun, rifle, bolt action. I mean, there was just like, there was coaches for all these different types of firearms and then competitions and things. So anyway, again, another thing I don't talk about a lot because I know it can be divisive. So yeah. All right, then this, did I say what this sold for? I don't know that I did. I said I got it in the bins. Okay. And then let me grab this. Stained glass, so paid about 10 cents. It sold for $35. So again, this is something that, yeah, I've been trying to pick up more unique frames lately because I've been finding they don't sell super duper fast, but a couple months on the ones I've gotten listed so far. Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna boop like so. That's my boop like so song. Hope you enjoyed it. Did it work or no? Oh gosh. Here we go. Okay, it worked. Okay. Time lapse. Then this is a little Santa roly-poly. And this one, I put a little video in my listing. Well, on Etsy you can't put the actual video in like on eBay, but I put a link to it because that way the person buying it can hear what the little bell inside it sounds like. Make sure it's not annoying like my songs. But I paid about $1 for this. I got it at the bins, and it's over $25. Scuffs and all. Yeah. Jewelry, etc. says, totally off topic. Did you ever decide what you'll do with the infamous ruby ring? At the moment, I'm keeping it until I can take it to get it appraised, because if it ends up being something, and I've had a few people message me about it, and I said, if you really want it, I'll sell it to you for $5,000. But I want to go check, because it could be worth more than that. It could be worth less. But I still think it's going to be at least $2,000 if it is what I think it is. So, yeah. Oh yeah, Julia said loved archery. Yeah, then the group that we were shooting with, they had a whole separate group that did archery. So my kids never really got into the archery part of it though. That's cool. Then, okay. Next up, I feel like I'm missing comments and stuff. All right, so this little fella sold, and this is a little puzzle turtle that I got for $2, and I had it listed for 35, but someone messaged me and said, would you come down to 25 on it? So I said, sure, yeah. So $25. Excuse me. Oh, thank you, Cordelia. Thank you. Okay, and then the next 3 pins sold to the same person. So this little enamel present, and this bear in a stocking, and then this Christmas candle. So those 3 sold. I probably paid $1 or 50 cents for each of those. I think they came in a lot. And this one sold for 15. This one sold for 12 or $12.99. And then this one sold for 15. So all 3 of those together was $42, $43. So that was pretty good. It was a nice sale. Then over to eBay, I will omit the middle, or one of the middle words. I should hang this in my room, but it's already sold and sent out. And it says, shut your mouth. I found this in the bins as well, paid 10 cents for it. And it sold for $18. So there's that. It's in cursive, so hopefully if your kids are watching, they can't read cursive. I'll move on now. So next up, this gold tone tea tie tack sold, and this one I got for 50 cents. It sold for $15. It took a while. I've had this up for a while. Lucid Curio says, yeah, just put hay bales in the backyard if you're not in a populated area. Yeah, and that's another good thing, because my sister lives out in the country, so we can go and shoot at her place too. So that's pretty awesome. So next, this little, where did it go? It looks like a petite point. See that little, it looks like a teeny tiny embroidery, but this is just like a transfer. It's not actually petite point. So this one I got for about $1 and it sold for 14. So I took an offer on that one, or sent an offer, one or the other. And then this little stylized butterfly ring, this is one that I really had a hard time selling. I loved it so much. But this one I ended up selling for $33. I took an offer on that. And I love it when they have, I love that with the enamel on the inside, like this bracelet has. I love stuff that has that kind of detail with the enameling on the inside. I don't know, I just love it. So this one I sold for $33. Then, is this it? Okay, and then this one sold. This is an open work butterfly and flower ring that sold for $22. And again, I got it for maybe about $1 because it came in either a threaded box or one of those type of deals. Yeah. So there's that. Okay, so I had some pretty good sales. I also sold a few things from when I do the videos. Sometimes people will message me and ask to buy stuff. I feel like there was something else I was going to say. At the moment, I don't have any craft lots. I don't have enough stuff for craft lots, but I am selling like 10 items that are wearable and sellable for 30, what did I say it was? I can't remember. 35, I can't remember what it is. Plus, it worked out to where it was like $33.50 a piece. So $35 plus $8 shipping. But you get 10 items. So anyway, there's that. So, I'm so glad you all could make it, and I appreciate you letting me get things off my chest. I think in a way it is refreshing because, everybody has their ups and their downs. And I was kind of on a down slope and kind of like feeling low because of everything that's going on, and can't get out, can't do stuff, and then just like the little corona crabs were coming and pinching me, and I was just like, get off me, so, but now I've shaken them off, and all my friends have come and said, yeah, here, give me a bat, I'll whack them off you too, like that, and now I feel better, so thanks, corona crabs. I feel better. Thelma's asking, are my thrift shops open? I don't know. I think they were supposed to be opening. I'm not going yet. So even if they are open, I think maybe the Goodwills and the Savers, I don't know that the bins are open. But I'm not going yet because I mentioned one of my kids has got some lung, stuff, and I'm not. Because I've got plenty to list here, I'm just trying to stick it out, Do I have an app that I use to cross post? I was using one for a little bit and then I stopped using it. What was it called? What is that one? Nope, that's not it. It was cross listed. I don't know. I hear there's another one that people like better. Oh, and then another thing, I get the video that I did, the last 3 that came in that 10-pound box. And I was saying, a lady sold it to me from our group, and I wasn't sure if she wanted me to share. She says it's okay for me to share who she is, but I was waiting until she's got some more stuff ready to go, because then she'll be like bombarded. But if you go join Texas Gals Treasure Traders on Facebook, I think she's in there. And now that I'm saying this out loud, I'm like, oh great, now I'm spacing on her name. But she's commented on the videos that I just did recently. She commented, my internet is super slow, so now I can't pull it up. Great. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Finds of Yesterday says they like the thrift list perfectly. Cool. Okay. So, yeah, everything's kind of closed. I have started listing again, so that's good. I listed a few things yesterday, so I'm trying to get back in the groove of listing again. Anyway. So I hope you guys are doing okay. I didn't think that I would have made my goal. I didn't talk about my goal even, but I try to make at least $200 a week off my sales. And so I'm glad that I at least have made my goal. Most of my sales were towards the beginning of last week. So then it kind of tapered off. So I wasn't sure I had made them. So Glitzy Hunter. Oh, now's the time. If you got questions, throw them at me, because otherwise I'm going to be like, okay, time to go be a mom again. Thrifty Hunter, where did it go? I lost it. No, Glitzy Hunter. How do you figure out what to put in a craft lot? I have boxes to sell. Okay, so I have a tub, and I just throw it in there. So anything because I don't really fix jewelry, so anything that's broken or missing stones, or like the finish is kind of worn off, then I throw it in the tub. Or if it's something that's, it's sellable, but I have so much stuff and it's like, I don't know if I'm going to have time to sell it. That's cute. I'll throw it in the lot, like that kind of stuff. This is just obviously I haven't cleaned my mess from the other, like that. That might go into a lot. So things like that. You break it. Okay, no big deal. Goes into a lot. Yeah. So, okay. How many hours a week do I put towards listing? Lately, not a lot. I try to list like at least 5 items a day. That's the goal, or it is when I'm in the groove of listing. But it's not always easy. Yeah. Because of, everything. Homeschooling and boxing stuff up that I get sold, and I only have like, how many hours a day can I work? That might be a better way to tell you. So my kids, we have like a quiet time during our day, and that gives me a good like 2 hours, because they'll have quiet time and then they can play video games. So there's like 2 hours in that chunk of time, and then usually towards the end of the day, like after dinner or like after dinner when the kids are starting to kind of wind down, that's when I box my sales up and get all the packages and, schedule the pickup for the post office. I do that at the end of the day. And then when the kids go to bed, then I try to get any listing done or respond to emails, things like that. So I probably work maybe 4 hours a day. Here and there, it's kind of spotty all over the day. And yeah, so just whatever I can do. Let's see. Hang on. I feel like I missed a question. How many hours a week? I did that one. Okay. Etsy allows you to sell more than just vintage. Yes. How about something on... Oh, okay. Do I have a nightmare story about something you tried to sell but then it went wrong? Not really a nightmare story. I mean, sometimes I get... one time I sent the wrong thing to the wrong... I put the labels on the wrong boxes. And one person, they never sent back the wrong thing. And then the person that got the other wrong thing sent it back, and then they were mad. I'm like, I can't help it. They're not sending it back. I can refund you. So I did that. I think I refunded them before, and I was gonna send them the right, whenever it came back, but it never did. I'm like, I refunded. There's nothing else I can do if they're not gonna send it back. I can't. So, yeah, I have to get to where, and I just had this happen because I had lots of clip-ons, and I had 2 or 3 lots of clip-ons for sale, and one of them, this is a while back, one of them sold, and I went to Etsy and I took down the wrong lot, and then yesterday or the day before, that lot sold, and I realized when I went to eBay to take it down, oh, I took down the wrong lot. So I had to go and just refund the money and send a message saying, I'm sorry that happened. But I think just getting to the point where you don't let it upset you, because I remember a while back I would get so stressed out about it. But now I just it happens. You just have to have a little grace and just be like, sorry, this happened and I'm sorry. Here's your money back. And just move forward, right? Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate it. How do I find jewelry, bags, jars at Goodwill? Well, the Goodwills here don't have them. Savers has them. A lot of times smaller thrift stores will have them, but I'm not getting out. So Shop Goodwill has started and putting their boxes up. I got 2 on the last one. They sell out fast. This is another thing I got questions about. How do you get them? Because by the time I get to checkout and I'm checking out, then they're sold out by the time I can't even finish. So I would suggest getting your PayPal set up, because if you have to sit and enter in a credit card, it's going to be sold out by the time you enter in all those numbers. Because sometimes I've even, not this time, but before they shut everything down, and I was trying to check out, and I had to change just the drop down for my address from my P.O. box to my home, because they won't ship to a P.O. box. So just in the time it took for me to hit the button to try to switch the address, it had already sold out, and my cart was empty. Darn it. So this time I went and made sure that my first choice for shipping was my home address and not my P.O. box, so that I wouldn't have to take that extra step. So it was just a one button, pay, yes, go, and then I was able to get them. So that's how I got that. So all the people that are getting a million eBay or Goodwill boxes are going to hate that, I'm telling you. The secrets. Now, ThredUp is another story. I have no idea. I had when a friend got one and sent it to me, and I could reimburse her, but I couldn't get on to get those fast enough either. So, Juliet says, any suggestions on how to market to TV and movie costume designers? I would think that I have had one of my items sell to a play, a movie, not a movie house, but a Broadway theater, and it was in the cufflinks. The person ended up telling me the cufflinks were going on James Earl Jones's costume, so I was super excited. So I was looking for the pictures of that. Anyway, I would say just knowing, trying to get time periods. If you've got items that are from a certain time period, because costume designers are going to be looking for things probably based on the era of the movie or play or something. So trying to get that in there. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know. I would think that that's how they would go about looking for things. You know, knowing what's kind of mid-century modern, knowing what's Edwardian or thing, you know, like eras, because then they'll be searching for that, I think. Harley Kitten, do I put tracking on everything? Yes. Even if something, like, let's say I was selling, you know, something that could, like you said, fit in an envelope with just a stamp, I don't. I do first class so I can get that tracking on there. Definitely. Uh-oh. It jumped again. Trinket says, yeah, I'll try for 5 listings. I'm so overwhelmed. Yeah, I think I got 3 done yesterday. Yeah. I'm Mary. Mary's there. I miss you so much, Mary. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you for messaging me last night. I appreciate it. So, Goodwill Online. Yeah, Jocelyn says Goodwill Online sells jewelry boxes. The Shop Goodwill. Shop Goodwill. And they, I mean, y'all just expect to pay $100 generally. Unless you get lucky. That's pretty much it. Shelly says, what camera do I use? Right now, this is my laptop. But when I do the videos for the camera down, I use my a G7X? Canon? Yeah, Canon G7X. That's what I do for that. So, Nightmare listings. Don't forget the AB crystal necklace. I must have. Oh, that's right, because I lost it. I still haven't found that dang thing. I must have sent it off to somebody. I think I've forcefully put that out of my mind. I was so upset about that because it was a really good sale. I still haven't found it. I must have accidentally put it in the wrong box and shipped it off to somebody else, and they never said. Bikura, Lands over there. How did I get into doing this? Was it just a hobby that developed? Yes, and I'm so grateful. So, when I started staying home with my kids, my eldest was about to go into kindergarten. So I was a teacher, and I stopped teaching because I wanted to be home to help my kids when they were in school, and just everything kind of fell into place with my ex-husband, his job, you know, and everything. We were able to do that. So, just as a way, because my little one was 2.5, you know, and so just as a way to kind of give me time to myself on Saturdays, my husband would say, you know, why don't you go to the coffee shop, or, you know, go look at garage sales. I wasn't even really into garage sales. I was like, yeah, okay. And so I guess I should do my origin story. And I started, you know, I had like $35, 32, whatever, in my little coin purse. And I went out and I started finding stuff and like, hey, you know, this is really cool. I don't want this, but somebody would definitely pay more than $1 for this. And so I started slowly that way. Pardon me. And then whenever I would make money, I would just replenish my little coin purse where I had $30-something in there, because we were living on one income at the time. So I would just make sure, you know, once my $30-something was up, then that was it. And I would come home, sell the stuff, replenish it, until it just kind of snowballed into the massive empire you see before you today. No. But yeah, it just kind of rolled into, you know, then I started doing YouTube videos, and yeah, so I truly, 5 years ago, wait, no, how old is my eldest now? Almost 13. 7 years ago, I started this with $35 in my pocket, and now I have more than $35 in my pocket. So I mean, and it all worked out, like, because eventually I was needing to have my own money, and I'm glad I did. So that worked out great for me. Anyway, I can make a separate video really diving more into that. Oh, thanks, Mary. And I've had some people ask to buy them too. And this was one of those that I was catching and releasing. This is the brand Halogen, and they're a Nordstrom or Nordstrom Rack brand. Nordstrom. Anyway, but I was like, I love them. I want them. So, let's see. Does Thrift post when they're posting their box? They don't. I have on my computer like a little, it's like on my bookmarks, so I click it every now and then. They've taken off even the icon for the jewelry rescue boxes, so I don't know if they're going to be coming back anytime soon. Who knows with them? I'm looking. I've heard a lot of bad things about eBay fees and rules. Is Mercari a good platform? I haven't made that many sales on Mercari, maybe 5 or 6. eBay, it just takes time to get used to, but it's definitely by far the platform that generally makes the most for me. This week, I actually had more sales on Etsy this week than on eBay. Probably made more of the money on Etsy this week, maybe about half. So if you can cross post. If you do the Goodwill auction, the auction ends later. Oh yeah, so you're up late for sure. That's the problem with the Goodwill auctions too. If you're having insomnia and you're like, you're not thinking straight at, 11, 12 at night, personally. And you might just hit, bidding on stuff really late. And then, oops. Right, Mary? James Earl Jones. Yeah. I posted something about it whenever it happened, a long time ago. So, okay, that's a good tip. I am reading the comments and I am talking out loud. Carol says, why is everyone else paying so much? I can never sell my boxes that are less than 60. I think with Shop Goodwill, people are guessing that the people that work there don't really know exactly what to look for. I mean, I'm guessing some of them must have somebody that's looking through the jewelry, but things always kind of slip through. But if you're trying to buy a box from a jewelry seller, chances are likely they know what they're looking for, especially if they sell jewelry in their shop as well. So one of the boxes I got recently, I bought from an eBay seller that doesn't, like, nothing else in their shop was jewelry. It was all like collectibles and toys and things. And then they had this just like big box of jewelry. I was like, okay, they probably don't know. Or they pull out just the gold and stuff. But I found some good stuff in it, so I was pretty happy. Also, Carol, if you go, my group, Texas Gals Treasure Traders, you can, post in there too, because that's not the Jewelry Lovers group, the Treasure Traders group. Because in there you can sell your lots of jewelry and people, yeah. Mary says, we were destined to be friends. We were. Sometimes, when you have that friend and sometimes you find yourself using their, like, the way they speak, Sometimes I find myself doing that, darling. It's delightful. Yes, I find myself talking like my friends. Are things currently selling on eBay with the virus and all? They are, yeah. I think I would probably have more sales if I were listing more. But that's a goal for myself this week, is because I'm drowning in jewelry. I'm not complaining. But did you see, like, the Decimation of Smog, or one of those, The Hobbit, where you can't even see Smog at first because he's under his pile of gold, and you just suddenly see this one eye open underneath all of the jewels and golds. Well, that's what's happening behind the screen. I mean, can you see it's bursting? It's like the little Dutch boy. I'm putting my finger in the hole to hold all the jewelry back so that we don't all drown. But I need to start listing. Point being, I need to start listing it. What are the best brands of jewelry do you look for? Well, being in Texas, I always love finding James Avery. I like finding Kate Spade stuff. That's not the one I was thinking of. Kendra Scott. I've got a couple solo Kendra Scott earrings floating around. Anything. I almost go more for style than I do for name brands. If I see a cool name brand, of course I'm going to grab it. But, like, something that looks cool, something that's unique, I would definitely go for. These were in a recent box. Like, those are awesome, right? So stuff like that. So I tend to do that, and then styles of, like, cloisonne, like this, but that I'm not selling. I tend to go more for uniqueness and just style more than just brands. Like this little guy, even though it's not stone, I still think, like, oh, that's pretty cool. People like animals and they like elephants. Yeah. My chat jumped again. My apologies. And Michelle says, thanks for the inspiration for making 200 a week. I have a chalkboard on my kitchen that says 200. My weekly goal to sell on Marketplace. Yeah, and it's totally doable. because, like I say, there are other YouTubers or resellers that make way more money than I do reselling, but they have a different lifestyle, which is cool. Nothing. I mean, again, there's no criticism there, but being a homeschool mom, I know that a huge chunk of my day is dedicated to my children and to my household and things like that. So I have to try to be realistic with what I can do, which is hard. So, what car you have to have a certain amount to cash out. Yeah, once you sell it. How long did it take you to get the hang of eBay and getting consistent sales? Ooh, 6 months maybe? It was a big learning curve. I started on Etsy when I first started reselling. It's just so streamlined on Etsy, but definitely eBay has got a bigger audience as far as that goes. It just seemed like there were so many buttons and so many windows, and I don't know. There was a lot, but maybe, I mean, I would say within 6 months. Now, did that mean that I was really good at it then? No, I still had to work on, taking better pictures and writing better titles and once I got more streamlined with my actual listing, it really helped, because before I was writing this like paragraph, and who's got time to read that, and now I just do like just the facts, like I'll put measurements, condition, title, description, and just keep it really like, and not get too flowery. Oh, I think my groceries are on the way. Yes, they are. So I'll have to get off in a second, or else we'll have frozen food defrosting on my front porch. That object says, yeah, I think ThredUp isn't accepting jewelry anymore. It's true, but people are still sending it in with their stuff. So that's where I think they don't have consistent jewelry boxes to resell, but they still are getting jewelry, because I don't think everyone got the memo. And so they just are taking the jewelry, from what I understand, and just putting them in lots and selling the lots. Yeah. Ah, thanks, Harley Kitten. Oh, Mary. Hang on, it jumped. Mary says, I think great at midnight. It's finally freaking quiet. Well, this is what happened when you and I were texting last night, Mary, because my kids were still up. And they were still talking to me, and I was like, it's my time. I'm texting Miss Mary. And they were like, Miss Mary, what's she doing up so late? What are you doing up so late? That's what I wanted to say. No, you go back to bed. Miss Mary and I get to talk now. Yes. So, message Shop Goodwill, and they wouldn't bundle. Yes, because on Shop Goodwill, like, it's done by different regions and stores, so some of them will combine shipping under a certain weight, I think, and some of them won't. Yeah. What are items that are good to resell on eBay? Ooh, all kinds. Toys, jewelry, I don't sell clothes, but clothes tend to, I think, sell okay. Electronics, games, puzzles, lots of things. What did I sell this week on eBay? Jewelry, and a frame. Yeah, so housewares. Yeah. Ah, Rebel Junk, I'm so glad you made it. Oh dear. My chat jumped again. Oh, groceries, you're gonna have to wait. Had I watched anyone else open a jewelry jar? I don't remember watching any others before that. It's been a long time. But I'm not saying that I was the first, but I don't remember watching anybody. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, James Avery for sure sells in Texas all the time. Definitely. Oh, thank you, Thelma. Yeah. What? Mary, you don't know who Smog is? Get Al on the phone. From The Hobbit. They go, under the misty mountain cold, to dungeons deep and caverns cold, we must away ere break of day, to find our long forgotten gold. That's the dwarf's song that they're singing about their mountain that has been taken from them and their gold by Smaug, the dragon. Okay. Say, Alexa, play Misty Mountain, and you'll get to hear the dwarf song. It's really good. Etsy, they do not require handmade. Well, no, it doesn't have to be handmade. You can have handmade vintage, supplies, digital downloads. I think that's it. Oh gosh, you missed the hating part. You have to rewind. How do I learn keywords to use for unbranded jewelry? Like for example, this one's unbranded. And I just try to describe it as best I can. And if it looks like it's from a certain era, I'll throw that in there. But I just try to describe it. And then another thing to do is, pardon me, if you get stuck, then Texas Gals Jewelry Lovers, if you go in there and you don't just go in and say like, I need keywords. Say like, hey, you know, I looked this up. Oh, another thing I do is like, I will type in what I see, like blue and gold enamel belt, bracelet, hinged bracelet. And then it'll pull up other things like this, and then I'll see what other people put. And I don't just copy and paste, but I'll like, ooh, that's a good word. Ooh, that's a good word. I like that word. And so I'll kind of like harvest words from different listings that I like that fit mine. So that's a good way. You have a real knack for, oh, thank you. Thank you, Amy. eBay, we used to write stories. Yeah. Just the facts. Just the facts. Okay. Hang on, I'm checking to see. Is that... Okay. They're not there yet. Sneakers. Oh, yeah, Jocelyn says sneakers. You know who's good? I'm sure there are other people that talk about sneakers and stuff, but Hustler Hacks, Glenn Zubia, who is a darling, I have to say. If you want to learn sneakers, Glenn Zubia is the man. And he's easy on the eyes, ladies. And gentlemen, if that's your thing. Just saying. He's a cutie. And he's nice in real life, too. So that always helps. Hang on. Hi. Are you done? No. That's okay. Are you okay? They are? Okay. I'll be right there. And boxes. Okay. Groceries are here, I'm told. So, new to selling, learned so much. I'm going to have to do another video with questions. Ah, yes, Bolo Betty's. This is good. So, she says, I posted a jewelry unboxing video today. My viewers told me I missed a treasure. Oh, you already shipped it out. Well, this is another reason, like, doing videos, like, I learn as much from the comments as y'all probably learn from me, because I will be looking at something and then somebody will say, Margaret, that's a blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, you need to go back and look. I saw a mark on that. Or that's a brand that you need to pay attention to. You know, so I get, you know, as much, I think, out of it as you guys do. Like someone was like, I think that's from people that work there. Employees wore those. Yeah, definitely. No information about the ruby yet. Yeah. Hang on, I'm missing it. Oh no. Yeah, you need to watch it again, Mare. Thanks, Alora. Yeah, there was a while there, I would like close out and I would tell everybody's Alexa to play something right before I said goodbye. I would say, okay, Alexa, play. And then I would say the name of a song and then I would say bye. And so everybody was like, yeah, we get a song before I signed out. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no Sassy Tassel song that I know of, so I can't say that. All right. I'm going to go because I have been informed that my groceries are on the porch. And I appreciate you guys coming to listen. If you were here for the beginning and got to hear the mess that's been going on. Glenn Zubia, yeah, his channel's called Hustler Hacks. Hustler Hacks. He's a nice guy. So, and he knows a lot about shoes and sneakers and merch by Amazon. He's really good at that. I don't know if he's doing videos about that anymore though. But Glenn, Young, and Joe Clay were the guys that were like in my ears to get started on merch when they were here a couple years ago. So it was like merch. Okay, fine. Okay. Anyway, I'll go. Thanks for coming to hang out, everybody. And thanks for listening and being there and hearing out my rant and my responses to everything. I think it was very renewing for me getting to share and push past it and restart. Yeah. So thank you for coming. Wait, where's my off button? Here it comes. All right. Ugh, there. All right. Have a good evening, everybody, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.